Hallo, 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 ihr wunderbaren gefallenen Engel. Und willkommen zurück im mystischen New Orleans. In der Haut von Gabriel Knight suchen wir noch immer nach dem Voodoo-Mörder. Hier am Tatort gibt's aber echt scheinbar nichts mehr.
Gabriel wouldn't get far on foot. Gabriel cannot see a way to use that.
Und dann unser Motorrad. Ach, da lang. Tatort. Franzosenviertel. Napoleonhaus, das war ein Café, da könnten wir auch mal hingehen. Hallo Wicker, lass bitte das Mikrofon in Ruhe. Du hast schon in der letzten Folge sehr oft Geräusche gemacht. Wicker, willst du raus? Bitte, jetzt gerade mal kurz Stille. Lieb sein.
Come on! I'm growing fungus already.
Shut up! You are a fungus.
Okay. Ich musste kurz die Katze rausbringen. Die wollte gerade das Mikrofon fressen. Und das geht ja nun nicht. Okay, ich rede mal hier mit den Leuten.
So, having a good game?
Shh! I'm concentrating.
Fine, all right. Nothing like a good game of chess, huh?
Yeah, well, this isn't a good game. This is torture.
Oh well, have fun. Excuse me, I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
What game? This isn't a game. It's a slaughter.
He's right, you know, so let me die in peace, would you?
Okay. Dann reden wir mal hier mit. Wir sind mal ganz Gabriel und stören mal dieses süße Paar bei ihrem Date und graben die Frau an.
Hello there.
Excuse me. I was talking to the lady.
And she was listening raptly, I'm sure. Hello there. And can I ask you some questions?
Sure. You want to know my son?
On second thought, I don't think you could help. Forget it.
Nette Frau.
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm trying to be with my lady here, pal.
Far be it from me to stand in the way of romance.
Okay, dann reden wir mal mit dem Barkeeper.
Hi, how's it going?
It's been worse.
Business picking up?
Some. Mostly locals, as usual.
You ever get tired of tending bar for a living?
Never thought much about doing anything else.
The weather's pretty crappy out there today.
I wouldn't know. I'd never get out of here before dark.
Okay, jetzt verstehe ich's. Das sind ernsthafte Fragen, das ist Smalltalk. Und vielleicht musst du mit ein paar Charakteren, ich erinnere mich nicht mehr richtig, erst Smalltalk halten, bevor sie dir die richtigen Fragen beantworten. Wäre eine coole Mechanik.
This looks like a lively crowd.
Lively crowds are trouble. These guys just sit and drink. That makes me happy.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bartender listens to other people's life stories without telling his own.
Tell me about yourself.
A good
Okay, er erzählt uns nichts von sich.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
Hätte ich jetzt nicht gedacht.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
See those old guys at the chess table? That's Sam and Marcus. They played every day for 20 years. Sam, the one with the purple jacket, he's lost every one of those games. It's not that he's a bad player. I've seen him beat guys twice as good as Marcus. But Marcus has Sam so psyched out, he loses his nerve every time.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
I'd call you a regular, Gabe. And one of our local writer celebrities, too. Been coming in here, what, 10 years now?
Don't remind me.
We're still waiting for that bestseller.
Don't hold your breath.
Ich liebe die Stimme von Tim Curry. Der hat so eine richtig schöne, tiefe Stimme und so dieses Rauchige, das kommt einfach richtig gut rüber, so dieses Don't hold your breath. Kriege ich jetzt so nicht hin. Ich will mich auch nicht mit Tim Curry messen, weil da ziehe ich ohne Waffen in die Schlacht.
Tell me about the street musicians around here.
I like music as much as the next guy, but they get pretty monotonous sometimes, you know? Like that drummer right outside. They say there's been a drummer outside Napoleon House since the day it opened. I like drums, but this character really gets on my nerves. It sounds like the same thing over and over. I just want to say, enough already.
Sounds like my life.
Ja, es klingt nicht nach Musik, weil es keine Musik ist.
Does the phrase Gabriel encore mean anything to you?
You know what goes in it?
I don't think it's a drink.
Oh, then I probably don't know anything about it.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
All I know is it's some kind of voodoo holiday.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Greatest city in the world. I'd never want to live anywhere else.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
This city must get 1 million tourists a year, especially around Mardi Gras.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
A lot of people come here because they think it's mysterious. All that talk about voodoo.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You should probably find a book on the subject, you know?
Okay.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
People who believe in that stuff think it's a real special night. Magical.
What's the significance?
People who believe...
Okay, das hatten wir schon. Dann frage ich mal nach Voodoo.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? I don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tomb, but it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House. That guy Sam, the chess player, oh, he's really into voodoo. He's always talking about spells and gree-gree and stuff.
Really? Great, thanks.
Ich weiß auch einiges über Voodoo. Ich hatte nämlich eine Voodoo Banshee mit 16 Megabyte SD-RAM. Die war cool.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I'm no expert. You might want to talk to someone who believes in it.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
It's all over the papers. Some kind of serial killings.
What do you know about the...
They say a lot of voodoo stuff is found near the bodies.
What can you tell...
I'm no expert.
What do you...
Everybody's talking about them. It's starting to scare off the tourists.
Weißt du sonst noch was dazu?
What do you... Everybody...
Okay, nochmal nach New Orleans.
You should
What's the...
Nacht.
People who believe in that stuff think...
Does...
Never heard...
Tell me about...
A good...
What can you tell...
That's about all I can say about this crowd.
Okay, dann frage ich mal nach Sam.
So what has Sam told you about voodoo?
Well, about 50 years ago, Sam was too shy to talk to this pretty girl he was in love with. He went to a voodooine and had her make him a love charm. It was a little pouch that he had to bury under the girl's front porch. Well, he buried the pouch, and the next day, he went up and talked to the girl, and, sure enough, she didn't reject him. Now she's his wife. Poor guy.
So what has Sam told you?
That's about all I can remember.
Okay, dann reden wir mit Sam. Wer von denen ist denn Sam nochmal?
A man in a loud tie stares morosely at a chessboard.
Okay, dann mach ich mal ein bisschen mehr Smalltalk.
Nothing like a good game of chess, huh?
Yeah, well,
Oh, well. What do you guys do when you're not playing chess?
I used to be a jeweler. Marcus here was a butcher. Come to think of it, he still is. Now we just sit here and play chess all day. Actually, Marcus plays. I just sit here and let him win.
Natürlich.
You come here a lot, don't you?
Every ever-loving day of my life for 20 years.
Nothing like a good game of chess.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Okay, das hatten wir schon. Ich versuche nochmal Smalltalk.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
What game? This isn't a game. It's a slaughter.
He's right, you know, so let me die in peace, would you?
Sorry to bother you, but could I ask you a few questions?
I'm not the chatty type, am I, Sam?
No, you old bastard, you're not.
Besides, I'm busy sucking poor old Sam dry. Go bug someone else.
Ah, you're a real sweetheart, Marcus, you bastard.
Kann ich den irgendwie ablenken oder irgendwas machen, damit die...
That tabletop has an inlaid chessboard. Gabriel cannot see a way to use that.
Does this mean anything to you?
Not really.
Okay, dann kann ich jetzt gerade scheinbar nichts machen. Ah, ich habe eine Idee. Ich habe eine Idee. Und zwar habe ich ja die Lupe. Vielleicht sehe ich mit der Lupe irgendwas, das ich vorher nicht gesehen habe.
Gabriel is already magnifying the sand.
Gras.
It's very large grass.
Die Zeichen
The
da.
lines in the sand are fairly large. Magnification wouldn't make them any clearer.
Und das da?
It's extremely big sand. Gabriel
Okay, was ist da mit dem Gras?
It's very large grass. Gabriel,
Okay. Und da hinten?
there are marks in the grass as though some heavy wire object had been set there.
Das erinnert mich ein bisschen an Blade Runner. Das sieht aus wie eine Schlangenschuppe.
Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to take the small iridescent scale.
I think it's a snake scale, but it beats the hell out of me. What kind?
Wir haben doch schon eine Schlange gesehen. Da könnten wir doch mal in dem Voodoo-Laden fragen, in dem die Schlange hinterm Tresen im Glaskäfig hockt. Voodoo-Museum, genau, das war das Museum, nicht der Laden.
Hi. Look around all you want.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, zeige, Schuppe, Frau.
Do you know anything about this?
Nope.
Toll. Ah, Mosley hat doch gesagt, ich soll auf dem Polizeirevier
I'll be going now, thanks.
vorbeikommen und mit ihm
So
reden.
long.
Dann machen wir das doch mal.
Hey, nice precinct.
Think so? That's peachy. That means more to me than you could know. Hey, it's a beignet guy.
Great, I'm starved.
Stay put, you. Hey, grab me 3, would ya?
Sure.
Der typische Klischee-Polizist, den wir aus Filmen kennen. Halbglatze und eine ordentliche Wampe.
Thanks.
Kinda quiet in here today.
Yeah, summer's like that. It's too muggy to mug. Too hot to heft.
How clever.
It's a gift.
And a curse.
So, what's new around the old police station?
Well, we're now allowed to shoot chatty pedestrians on sight.
That sounds convenient.
I like it.
Die deutsche Übersetzung ist teilweise nicht ganz so ideal. Eigentlich meinte er, dass er jetzt die Erlaubnis hat, plappernde, nervende Leute zu erschießen, wenn er sie sieht. Und meint damit jetzt nicht Ruhestörer im Sinne von Ruhestörer, sondern Gabriel. Aber egal.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's in his office. Go on back.
Do you know anything about snakes?
What does this look like? A zoo? Never mind, don't answer that. No, I don't know nothing about no snakes.
Do you know what caprice encore means?
Can't say that I do.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
Bunch of crazies out there on St. John's Eve, that's what. We're busy all night.
Really? What kind of crazies?
Your usual howl at the mooners, I guess. They don't look no weirder than them that comes in during Mardi Gras. Never can tell, though.
Okay. Dann gehen wir doch mal rein. Weil wir sind erstmal ganz Gabriel und flirten die Kollegin an.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
So, what's it like being a policewoman?
The glamour never ceases.
Oh, süß.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Oh, wir können so ein... Ah doch, wir können flirten. Ich dachte, wir können nur ein Showy sein.
You know, that uniform looks great on you.
Uh-huh. Is that a compliment, or are you asking to borrow my dress?
It's a
Beides.
compliment.
Well, you just never know around here. Thanks, but I'm married.
Oh, schade.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Sagen wir mal nach dem Kaffee.
Could you get me some coffee?
Are you speaking to me?
Why, yes.
Wow. Deja leave it to Beaver. I'm the police photographer, sir. You might be able to find someone around here dumb enough to get coffee for you. But guess what? It won't be me.
Oh,
Nein.
thanks, anyway.
Natürlich nicht. Das macht der Chief Detective Mosley. Wir zeigen mal das Foto und fragen, ob sie das geschossen hat.
Can you tell me anything about this?
Nope.
Okay, dann nicht. Dann gehen wir halt zum... Wobei, da ist das an der Wand. Was ist das?
There's a temperature gauge on the wall near Mosley's office. It's in a locked cage. They must be concerned about the budget.
Okay, das ist weniger spektakulär, als ich dachte.
Detective Mosley. Hard at work, I see.
Yeah, what is it, you wanker?
Alter Gauner? Er hat nicht alter Gauner gesagt, er hat Wichser gesagt. Ist aber sehr frei übersetzt.
So, how's it hanging, bud?
Lousy. I hate crime scenes. People are sick fucks. You know that, Knight?
I'm starting to get that impression. You been feeling okay lately? You look like hell.
Me? You know, I can't sleep at night, what with thinking about the case and thinking about Annie.
I can relate. Played any b-ball lately?
Does it look like it? I'm so out of shape I'd probably have a coronary just looking at a ball.
I'm out of it too. We should play sometime. Get back into shape.
Man, I'd love to, Knight. I'll let you know if things ever settle down.
Anything else new?
Just work. Sorry I don't have more time to chat, bud.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case. But the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all faked. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know. I asked some experts. It's intimidation tactics, that's all.
What can you tell me about...
I told you, don't worry about that part of it. It's all faked.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Lots. Can you be more specific?
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scenes.
Footprints? Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be. But we'd have to have a suspect in custody first, and the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have. Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the Voodoo-Murders case. Now, the first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The M.O. was the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
What kind of evidence have you found?
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur? Describe the crime scenes.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood. There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens. Also goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
What's the coroner say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Oh, lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Don't even want to know. Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death. The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
Any witnesses?
Nope. There's never been a single witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird, like they just don't want people to see, and so nobody sees nothing.
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
Sure, no problem.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You and me grew up together, you tell me. It's a pretty nice place, even seeing the stuff I see. You know. The quarter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to hang here, but... hell, I've never known anything else.
Do you know anything about snakes?
The only thing I know about snakes is I don't like them.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
That's coming up, isn't it? We get some occasional weirdness in the quarter, but nothing much. Used to have a lot of strange things happen, though, or so I hear.
Do you have any idea what Cabri sans cœur means?
Hell no. Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough.
Tell me about yourself.
For the book?
Sure, why not?
Okay, what do you want to know?
How'd you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. In New Orleans, it's the best place in the world to be one.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, you know, I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I don't see why I can't be the chief of police in New Orleans someday. I already know the mayor, and my record is one of the best in the department.
I'm sure it's just a matter of moments, mostly.
Yeah, you'll see.
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
I'm serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Jeez. Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair Marksman Contest. I play trumpet, too. You know, put your lips together and blow.
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny, Knight. Why don't you just bring in some frickin' salt? Well, you know Annie left me. My home life is shit.
Right. Sorry about that. Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play monkey in the middle? We used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? Ms. McKelly? You'd act like you were gonna toss her an eraser or something, then you'd throw it to me over her head. And we used to do it at your grand's, too. Like with the remote when she wanted to watch her soaps.
Yep. And it was a great way to pick up women in the library. Oh, those were the days. Just tell me anything at all.
You know, my doctor told me I've got a little family of ulcers starting. I wish this case would end so I'd get some rest for a change.
Just tell me anything at all.
My back hurts.
Meins auch.
Just tell me anything at all.
For the book, I wanted to be an astronaut when I was young. Or a fireman.
Fascinating. Just tell me anything at all.
I'm 6'2".
You are not.
Oh, come on. I'm close enough. Just write me up that way.
Oh, God. Just tell...
You know, I kind of like women with dark hair.
Yeah, I know. It's a regular thing with you.
Now that grace.
You're on your own with that one, pal. I don't even want to know. Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play...
Okay, jetzt war's das.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
It's...
Stand der Ermittlung, das klingt gut.
What's the status on the Voodoo-Murders case?
It's going. Can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Got any more ideas for photos for the book?
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. Now I'll call the police photographer. Franks, come here a minute, would you? And bring your camera.
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, huh, sweetheart?
Sure, sweetheart.
Say, chintzy.
Was there anything else, Knight?
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
Okay, ich kämme mir auch mal die Haare und dann sehen wir uns in der nächsten Folge wieder. Bis dahin.